morning to all my dear students. Hope you all are great. Dear students, in our last class we discussed about properties of materials, right? What are the main 5 properties we discussed in our last class? Anybody memorize? Okay, then say it together. What are the children? Properties of material. Appearance. First one is appearance, then hardness, then solubility, then float or sink, and its transparency. These are the main 5 properties of material. Out of 5 property, we already discussed appearance and hardness, right? Now I am going to teach you about properties solubility, float or sink, and transparency. Rest of these 3 property I am going to teach you with some examples. I would like to show some experiment about these 3 property. We can check together. So dear children, all are ready to do this experiment? We can check what are the things we need to do this experiment. Okay, I have salt, then soil, and 2 test tube filled with water. Okay, I am going to take this 1 test tube and I am going to put a pinch of salt inside of this test tube. We can check what will happen, and then I am going to shake. Stir this water thoroughly, forcefully. I have to shake this water. What will happen? We can check. Okay, and for 2 minutes I am going to put this water, this test tube here itself. Okay, then I am going to take second test tube filled with water and put a pinch of soil inside of it. We can check what will happen. Okay, look everybody, what will happen. And I'm going to stir this test tube. We can wait for 1 or 2 minutes. We can check. Children, we can check the result. What happened, children? This is actually the salt is dissolved in the water, right? Salt is dissolved in the water. But what happened? The soil doesn't dissolve in water, right? From this experiment, we can clearly understand that is some materials which are soluble in water, but some material which are doesn't soluble in the water. We call it is a insoluble. So from this experiment, we can clearly understand solubility of material. Clear? From the solubility experiment, we can understand some substance which are completely dissolved in water. Some substance which are completely dissolved in water. We can say example salt or sugar like that. But some substance which doesn't dissolve in water, right? That we saw right now. That is doesn't dissolve in water. We can say example oil or soil like that. We can say the example. Substance which are dissolved in water we call soluble. Substance which are doesn't dissolve in water we call insoluble. That is insoluble. Now clear all of you. So from the experiment we can clearly understand substance which are soluble in water we call soluble material. Substance which are doesn't dissolve in water we call insoluble material. Clear all of you? This is 3rd property of material. Next we can check 4th property with example. So dear children, we can check another experiment. If it is material can be float or sink in the water. It is another property of material. Okay, you can already see that some stones that are dipped inside of this water. Actually it is sink in the water, right? Because stones has more denser than water. That is it's sink in the water. We can check. I have 4 stones in my hand. Okay, and I am going to put this inside of this water. Actually this beaker contains water. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4. What happened, children? Is it float or is it sink? Actually it is sink inside of the water because of the density. Stone has more denser than water. That's why it is sink inside the water. Then When we are checking this this paper boat, I am going to put this paper boat. What happened, children? Is it sink or is it float? It is float in the water, right? Because this water boat has lesser denser than water. That's why it is float in the water. Now clear all of you? So this also one property, float or sink. Clear? So dear children, from the second experiment, we can clearly understand some substance or objects which are less denser than water. What will happen, children? It will be float, right? Substance which is less denser than water, it will be float. Can you say example? Just now we saw that one. It is paper boat, right? Paper boat. But some objects which are more denser than water, then it will be sink in the water, right? Can you say an example? Just now we saw stone, right? A few. So this also one property of material. So dear children, next I am going to teach you about last property. That is, last property of material is transparency. We can check this property with some experiments. Okay. So here I have one glass in my hand. Everybody look please. I have one glass in my hand, right? And I am going to put this toy inside of this glass. Can you see the toy clearly, children? Can you see it? Right, you can see, right, children? This is one material I took, okay? And this is one object I am going to dip in this glass. What do you observe? You can see this object clearly, right? So, from this experiment, you can clearly understand this material. That means this glass is transparent. This glass is transparent. So, we can say a light can pass through the material and we can see the object, that is transparent material. Okay. Example is glass. Next, I am going to show another experiment. I have a patch of oil paper. Clear? You can take tissue paper or butter paper, anything else. Okay. And the same object I am going to show. Okay. The same object, a toy. Okay. And I have one material, that is a patch of paper. And I am going to cover this object through this material. Can you see toy? Can you see the toy now? Look everybody. You can see it, right? But it's not clear. You can see a green color, but it's not clear. Is it, children? Is it? Right. That means a light can pass partially through this material. Through this patch of paper, a light can pass partially. That's why you can see the object, but it's not clear, right? So, this material we call translucent. This material we call translucent. Translucent. That means an object we can see partially. It is not clear. That is translucent material. Example, we can say butter paper or oil paper. Next, I have a plastic glass in my hand. Okay, one material and the same object I am using. Clear all of you? And what I am going to do? I am going to put this object inside this material. Can you observe it? Can you observe, children? No. Because of why? Light doesn't pass through this glass, is it? That means a material which cannot be pass the light, that we call opaque material. We cannot see it. That is opaque material. So, this plastic glass is a opaque. Okay. This plastic glass is a opaque material because we cannot see the object inside of it. We can say almost all the materials are opaque, like wall and the window, then door. These all are opaque. We cannot see what inside of it, right? At the end of this chapter, we understood what are the different properties of material. 5 properties we discussed, right, children? So all should have to read the chapter 3 times and all should have to do one experiment. Out of this property, you can select any experiment and you should do in the home and upload it in the Google Classroom. Clear all of you? Any property you have to do from your home and upload it in the Google Classroom, a small video. Clear all of you? So we can meet in our next class. Thank you.